What's up guys, welcome back to the channel. I haven't uploaded in a while as I was getting some new kit for recording footage, and what better way to return than with a Super Mario Galaxy video. One of the best Mario games, if not the best, of all time. After playing it again recently on Mario All-Stars, I thought I would do a boss ranking of this game, as I love the bosses so much, even though some are easier than trying to fit an HDMI lead into a TV. I'm here all week, thanks guys. This is just my opinion, and I'm sure everyone will have a different list, but with that being said, let's start off with our lowest ranked boss. The Mandibug stack is a borderline mini-boss, but the fact it withholds a power star and is at the end of a level makes me consider it just about a boss. However, this is basically just a simple enemy which you encounter throughout other levels, and this boss just requires you to stomp on a small Mandibug, making the other Mandibug angry, then stomping that Mandibug. So the Mandibug stack is a very underwhelming and simple boss fight. And the word Mandibug sounds really weird now. Baron Burr is a cool looking boss on paper, however it just isn't anything special. He ground pounds, you jump, spin and kick him as he is jumping about on the ground. The arena is also really small and quite annoying, as if he hits you, then you have to get the ice flower again and climb back up. I do however love the look of this boss, and it is still a fun fight. And how could you not love a boss that's called Baron Burr in an ice level? It's bloody genius, I'll tell you that. Top Maniac is a surprisingly fun boss fight. Those little top mans are really satisfying to spin out the way and just fry them, and it's also satisfying to spin the boss into the electricity as well. But even though it is a fun fight and is a cool idea for a boss, it just doesn't do anything. Top Maniac literally just spins away from you and that's all he does. Trying to jump on him can be quite annoying, but it's still very easy. But imagine just being covered in a spinning blade and not actually trying to attack. You coward. That didn't count. Camella is a boss found in the Space Junk Galaxy. This boss fight is pretty fun and unique, but also doesn't have much going for it. Camella is like the grandmother of Magikoopas, judging by how she looks older and bigger, but her only attack is casting fireballs and throwing a green shell at us, allowing Mario to use it and throw it straight back at her. You would think after the first time she would learn her lesson. Dino Piranha is the first boss of the game and is found in the very first level. It definitely acts as a solid first boss fight and shows the type of creativity that this game has. All Mario needs to do is run to the back and hit the tail back into it, progressively making it more angry. The boss is very easy and simple, but that's expected because it's the first one. Mario also has no mercy, as you literally spawn kill the thing by cracking the egg it hasn't even hatched from yet and beating it to death with its own tail. Bowser might not be the enemy here. I love the look of this boss, and the arena is pretty cool as well. Caliente will shoot fireballs at you and then green balls which you have to spin back at him, and each time you hit him, the more times he will hit it back, making it a heated tennis match. I'm not sorry guys, I'm on fire here. Okay, I'm done. Mega Leg is the final boss of the first world and looks so daunting at first, as it is absolutely massive. The main premise of the fight is to climb all the way to the top, which is actually really easy to do, and then use a bullet bill to smash the fence and the glass surrounding the Grand Star. This boss had so much potential but was wasted by using such a simple concept to defeat him. I would have loved a bit more creativity with this one. Boom is one of the grossest bosses. A big flying bug that shits out bombs. This boss does have the upside of using Bee Mario, which is a lot of fun, and you need to hover over him and ground pound his back 3 times. It's a cool concept and a fun fight, so it deserves its space in the middle here. But his last phase is super annoying when he keeps turning on his side though. But all in all, he's a pretty solid boss fight. Major Burrows is such a unique and fun boss to fight. The way he burrows closer to you is really menacing, and ground pounding him out of the ground when he pops up is quite funny. I also like that you have to ground pound him out of the ground and also spin him as he waddles away, making this boss a tiny bit harder. His final phase is also terrifying, as you have to ground pound him twice, making him super pissed off, and clawing through the ground quicker than my dad running up the stairs hearing my DS from downstairs when I should have been sleeping. When I was younger, not while I'm 23. Bowser Jr. is one of those bosses that is always annoying in literally every Mario game, but this one is surprisingly quite a fun fight. The fact that you're fighting each other on airships is really cool. He has quite a few attacks such as shooting cannons from his airship, calling in Magikoopas and bullet bills, and I'm pretty sure it actually takes more than 3 hits to defeat him, which is just crazy in a Mario game. But yeah, Bowser Jr. is a fun and unique fight in this game. Fiery Dino. The cooler, meaner version of Dino Piranha. Again, it's just Mario trying to spawn kill a baby dinosaur, but anyway, this fight has a cool arena and background and is slightly more of a challenge as this one's tail keeps switching from being on fire and then going out, so you have to time your spins carefully. It's still pretty easy, but I'm ranking it high as it's just a cool Mario boss. It's a fiery dinosaur. Another gross boss. A massive spider which has spots you have to pop and you have to use its web to fling yourself into the spots. Delightful. Thanks, Nintendo. Jokes aside, I do love this boss as it's super unique, a really fun fight, and slightly challenging. I do love the use of the web slings that you have to use to fling yourself across the arena, and you have to move quickly as if you don't he will regain the spots and you'll have to do it again. Bowser's first and second fight I'll count in the same category as it is basically the same fight, just the second one is a bit more difficult. I've always loved fighting Bowser in Super Mario Galaxy as it's just really fun. Making Bowser dive bomb on a fiery platform and then hitting his tail and then hitting his shell as he comes hurtling across the other side of the planet is just amusing, but also adds a bit of challenge as the faster he spins the harder it is to hit him. But yeah, as bosses go in this game, Bowser is definitely one of the better ones. Bouldergeist. I'm sure every Super Mario Galaxy fan will tell you that Bouldergeist is one of their favourites. It's on a really cool level, it's spooky, it's very unique, and the use of those boos that you spin around and use them to blow up his hands and body is such a cool idea. A ghost that is made out of boulders, which you have to blow up using explosive boos, is always going to go down in the books. When he uses those boulder hands, it can also be quite difficult as you have to destroy at least one of them to be able to hit his body. It's definitely one of the creepier bosses, but this boss is such a cool design. I usually am never a fan of water levels in Mario, but I can give this an exception. A huge dinosaur shark swimming endlessly around the planet and doesn't even really attack Mario directly, which makes it even creepier. You have to use shells to hit it, which can be a bit clunky at times and also just miss him entirely, but I will look past that just because of what a beast this boss is. I feel like I did have to put Bowser's final fight at the number 1 spot. It has the most phases, it's probably the most challenging, and it's just a solid final boss. You go through multiple planets having to fight Bowser in different ways as he has different attacks on each planet. One planet he turns into a boulder and you have to hit his head as he's rolling towards you. Another you hit him with the green blobby plants to knock him, and it ends with the same planet you fight him on in his first 2 phases. Which I don't actually mind as this fight was different to the others, so I have to give Bowser the number 1 spot. Here's also my Smash Bros main, so maybe there is bias. That wraps up the ranking for today, but yeah, make sure to like and subscribe and stay tuned as I'll be doing other rankings, other videos on Nintendo games and vice versa and stuff. So yeah, thanks for watching.